Hello and namaste. This is Vipin Maharzan, and you are listening to Offbeat Zone. From this episode number 10, we have decided to move to video format as well. So you can hear us and you can watch us in YouTube as well. So we have multiple platforms, among them, to name some, are YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. So we are gradually growing, and it's all because of your blessings and your support. So without wasting our time, let's welcome our co-host and my co-partner of the show, Biki and Rubin. Guys, welcome to our new platform and welcome to episode number 10. So let's get straight to it. How was your week? Let's start with Biggie.
I have a very quiet week nowadays, being jobless and all. So I've just gone back to watching like movies and things. So I just saw a few films like mind-bending films such as Midsummer and everything. It was very trippy. So I'm just getting back on that thing. That's about it. How about you, Ruben?
First of all, it is very interesting to be in this YouTube format. Kind of feel like I'm on TV. So this week, it was very chill kind of week. Uh, it was like I was watching like a lot of shows, TV shows, and also Band Champions Nepal. Do you guys watch
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Robin Tamang
Yeah,
and
I've been
Dev.
meaning
Robin,
to watch
yes.
it. I was a big
It's
fan of the Spread Band
Spread
Challenge.
Band Challenge.
The
Oh,
season
wow,
one is
Spread Band Challenge.
the season one was like wow.
I don't know why the that show got like why that show stopped, but then it was in a good height when it stopped. So, but then this band challenge, I watched episode number one and it was good. It was fair bands were there. So, yeah, on my side, I'm very addicted to this show called Shark Tank India.
Shark Tank. Right.
Yes,
Shark
I totally support you.
It
Oh
is
my
Shark
God.
trending.
Tank with
Yeah.
Bollywood masala on it, you know.
Mm.
And so, what I am learning from that show is how to pitch your ideas and how to negotiate and take your stand. So that
Right.
show is like very rich in content and very what you call it,
Also some
knowledgeable show, I
dramas.
would say. Yeah,
Yes.
drama. After all, it's a Bollywood show.
Heavier on knowledge side.
Yeah. But also I learned that most of the entrepreneurs are from like engineering who have an engineering degree. That's the like there is a very much a common theme going on, but I'm really
Maybe they are the
yeah.
frustrated one.
Yeah, the innovation level is so high. Oh my God.
Yeah, but then they are from different backgrounds. Like
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
there, there is CEO of Sugar
Mm,
Cosmetics, CEO of Boat headphones,
yeah. And
and one fintech guy, and
Bharat
pharmaceutical
Pay, yeah.
girl, and yeah, there are like they are from multiple backgrounds, and the show is massive. So I was
And
very
in,
addicted.
yeah, and it's very relatable too as well because it already happened in many of the Western countries, but when it came
Right.
to India, I think that became really relatable to us as well.
Yeah. So Shark Tank Nepal is also coming very
What about
very
that?
on
Uh,
Shark
August.
Tank Nepal.
oh, that's
So
So,
Vicky,
who would be
idea
the
is
judges?
Binod Chaudhary,
Binod Chaudhary.
of course,
And
of
Anil
course.
Shah, maybe Anil Shah.
Anil Shah as an investor. I don't know.
But he's a busy man,
I'm skeptical. Yeah.
But what I liked about the judges from the Shark Tank is that they are not well known by our in our eyes. They are not Anil Ambani's or Dhirubhai and every right. So I think if there is a Shark Tank Nepal, the judges should be also of that sort of
Low
background.
code, low
Low
key,
code, yeah,
low key.
low key.
Yeah.
Right?
So I
Makes
watched
sense.
this interview with Tanmay Bhatt and the founder of Boat. I forgot his name. So they were in the on an interview, and the same question was asked: why are the high ranked business persons are not in as a shark? And they said like, would Anil Ambani um, fight for 30 lakhs rupees in a show. So if he if he wants, he would buy a whole set and even a television crew at that moment. So
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
there's no
Time is
point
money
in,
for them.
Yeah. And
that's
another,
logical as well.
yeah, I and another thing I found out was that the valuation amount. How should the valuation amount be actually be calculated? Because people are asking for 3 crores for 1% of equity.
1%.
Yeah, and I was like, what? How can the company value so much that was just established like 2 3 years ago? And it's like, oh,
And
okay, we can.
it's not about like it's not about would they get a deal or not, but then
Mhm.
it's about how they perceive the deals given by the shark, how they counter the deal given by the shark, and that's very interesting to watch for me. And that's, I think, enough for the Shark Tank in this episode. So yeah, Shark Tank is a good content, and you can watch it on the YouTube. Enough of marketing and branding for our other program. So let's get back to our main topic for today. So very interesting topic, and very controversial topic as well, and this would fit for first episode of the video as well. So the topic for today is conspiracy theory. So this word conspiracy theory, it took me a long months back in school when I had to like remember this word. So it was very difficult for me to remember. I heard it when I was studying at class 6 or 7. I think you could relate. I think you could relate to this. So we used to have an assembly attraction in the morning assembly. So what happened was you need to go in front and you need to talk about some topic. So I remember talking about one of the conspiracy theory, going in front, and that was moon landing. So we can discuss that in later as well. So when and where did you hear the word conspiracy theory for the first time, Ruben?
Maybe after watching Matrix film, like you know, uh, something like the we are living in a simulation. That's also kind of theory. What about you, Vicky?
It is more related to aliens and pyramids. I think that's where I get really connected with the conspiration, because I'm very fascinated by pyramids. The year they were constructed was like hundreds and thousands of years ago, and they were co- constructed in such a symmetrical manner. Without the modern technology and engineering, how was it done?
So you want to talk about pyramids? You want
Yeah,
to talk
yeah,
about
Aliens.
pyramids
yeah, yeah,
straight
sure, of
away?
course,
Must be
of course,
aliens.
Yes,
yeah,
I was like, I was thinking like how
yeah.
to start this topic, and he's going on. So let's start it. The pyramid. So the whole concept of pyramid, I'm also very interested, and I watched the videos. So you are not basically allowed to climb in the pyramids, right? In these
Oh
videos.
no, somebody tried it. I
Yeah,
think they got
yeah,
caught and everything, and yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And what I heard from the internet and from television shows is that pyramid was built upside down. So what I um, I'm trying to explain is, so when we make any constructions, we go from down to up, but then pyramid was built from up to down. Did you guys know about it?
Not
No.
particularly, but I used to watch like a channel in history. There was a show called Ancient Aliens or something like that,
It used
and
to come at
yeah,
like
and
night.
I just got into all that thing, and I just found out that there was the pyramid or Sphinx has an actual copy on Mars and everything. So I was like, what is going? It might be true, but I don't know. But the main thing is, how did they actually create it without the modern day technology? Even today, if you had to go and try to like make a pyramid like of that structure, it, can it really be done without extraterrestrial help?
Of act, the whole structure.
So Vicky is straightly claiming that no, we people will not, even in that scenario, we will not be able to create pyramid. So it is aliens that created. So is that your claim?
I don't think aliens created it. I think there was an indirect help, maybe of some technological or some architectural kind. I don't think they actually pick up those stones or marbles or whatever they put it there. I think without that, I am not sure. Can it be done? I am not sure.
So the whole funda of
Maybe what I think about this is not maybe in a sense like a theory, like human they were very like advanced in the ancient times, and like something happened like asteroid or like kill everything, and also like it revert back to the whole like primal form. So maybe they had like superpowers in a sense, like the whole technology was so advanced, like to it was like superpower.
Do you think there was black magic involved in in these things?
No black magic. It's like what I'm saying is technology was black magic. Maybe black magic was a technology back then, like science is technology today.
I can support that. But Ruben, do you actually believe there are aliens? Let's just keep it
Aliens.
in it. Yeah. And Area
I believe
51.
I believe that there is aliens. Uh, Not that like maybe there are not aliens in the Earth, but in the whole universe it's so vast. Like we are like tiny drop in the whole ocean. There must be like large sharks, fish, and many things in the ocean. There must be alien. What do you
so
think about?
you're claiming that there is an alien.
There
Is
must
that
be.
it?
Yes, there is.
And I am claiming that they must be in Earth as well.
So
In
do you think
Earth.
they are hearing this whole communications thing? So this is very interesting, you know. So any third person, I would say, third person or third object, whatever. So hearing our conversation without knowing to us, you know, they are hearing Joe Biden talk about stuffs and they are making plans according to that. How about that?
During this pandemic time, I think US government actually put out a statement saying that about the UFOs and aliens during this pandemic time. I think it got ignored because we were dealing with everything else. And also there have been more like the fighter pilots, the
Yeah.
air air support and
Air Force.
everything. Yeah, they actually had those evidences long time ago when they were
Yes.
yeah. So I don't
Actually,
think
that
it's.
source was from the like Pentagon, was it? The source of that UFO foundings.
I have a conspiracy theory on Pentagon as well, but maybe we will talk in some
Yes, it's a very
after.
interesting topic. Vicky, please
Yeah.
go. Because Pentagon, it's like, very related to Illuminati, the whole Pentagon shape.
We are jumping way too fast on way too many things. So yeah,
Yeah,
but
I was figuring out the about pyramid in the Google, and you guys
we
shifted
went
to aliens. So I
yeah
had to like
aliens
close down
and
all the tabs.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And also, let's just stick to aliens right now. And I think even that a year or two ago, there was a guy who was running like Naruto on Area 51, and the people were saying that we are going to raid Area 51, right?
It's
I
Actually,
don't
very
they
know,
went there,
but they didn't go
like a
inside.
large mass. No, not
and then
inside, but
Corona happened, no?
outside.
Yeah, Corona
During the
happened.
Corona, yes.
So, do you think aliens created Corona to
So
stop us from going to Area
do you think?
51?
No. The another interesting part is, do you think government don't want you to go inside Area 51 just because they have like aliens and stuffs going on? So they planned this Corona
No,
thing.
I think in Area 51 there are aliens, maybe Tupac, and I think they kidnapped Jeffrey Epstein and kept him inside there as well. Who knows? Maybe we can even
So
find Elvis Presley or Michael Jackson. Who knows?
For his son.
why don't you say every celebrity's name who have died? No.
Uh, but, like they died very mysteriously, in
Yeah,
a
we are
sense.
not talking about like a general celebrity who just went away. We are talking about those guys who just went away mysteriously.
And who were mysterious when they were living.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course.
So, like, I don't believe in aliens. Like, I
You
don't
don't believe that
believe.
there are aliens in the universe?
I don't believe in it.
Oh, if you we are the only creature in the whole universe, like that is really daunting, in a sense that we
But
are alone in this whole vast universe.
Yeah,
but
Bibin,
then
Bibin, have you ever smoked weed or anything else?
no.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, now I'm trying to. Now I know why that might be also another reason.
No, I think so because if there were a presence of aliens, they would like. Why are they not invading us till now?
Okay, I have
Maybe they
another.
don't need to do that.
Okay, I
Like
have another
they
theory
have
on that also.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. I think said by somebody that humans were actually sent on Earth to mine the golds. Okay, all right, just bear with me. Humans were
So
actually sent by aliens on Earth to mine the gold. That's why the gold has always been the precious metal for us for from a very long time.
culturally also.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
culturally and everything, even more valuable than diamonds actually. So the point is, we were sent on Earth to mine all the golds all around us. Then maybe after some half a century, I mean, sorry, centuries after, the aliens will come and collect everything from us, and they'll just go.
Interesting, interesting. Talking about that, guys, do you believe that the whole alchemy process, uh, is it possible? The alchemist turning everything into gold, turning sand into gold.
turning gold.
I, the whole idea of alchemist come from only one place for me is that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is an anime. Other than that, I am not sure.
Wait.
Actually, it has root also in here in Nepal. Do you know Sankadar Swaka, the inventor of the Nepal Sambat? It is there is a like a story that he was an alchemist, and he could turn the sand of the Bagmati into gold. So like he turned the whole many sand into gold, and he became very rich, and he paid all the debts of the peoples. And what happened is that he said from today all the debts are clear, so we are going into the new year. So he basically started the new year debt free.
So so where did you get this from? Where did you get this stuff from?
Internet also from old people.
Mhm. So we are living in 1141 of the Nepal Sambad era, right? Am I right?
Right.
So you mean that
Oh,
thousand
you are
years ago,
intervening me. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
thousand years ago, there was a man called Sankadar Sakwa who had a
And he was alchemist.
power, who had a power of turning
No,
stuffs into gold.
Sands of
And
Bhagavati into gold.
then what happened after that? No, like he freed us from death. And if he had that power, what else did he do um, to why are we economically backward?
Because people also believe that there will also come Sankadar
Another
Saka
Sankata
too,
Saka.
who will pay their debt. So they went crazy.
all right, okay, okay.
So
Who knows?
coming back to Vicky, I have a counter question for you. So you claimed
I didn't
indirectly
claim
you
anything right
claimed
now.
no, you
Okay,
claimed
okay.
it, you said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You claimed that human beings are aliens.
I haven't
You said
said that. I
no,
said
you said it. You said it.
aliens live among us, not humans are
No, you said
aliens.
no. I'll
Okay.
remind you. You said we were sent
Yes.
to mine
Yes.
golds,
We.
which means
I didn't say we were. There is a theory. There's a theory.
Theory.
Like there's a theory for everything. That's a bit okay.
explain about it.
Maybe gods are aliens.
Okay. Now we are throwing religion into it. Everything is throwing. Okay.
Hold on for a minute. Three among us will claim politicians to be aliens. Someone will say Joe Biden is alien. Someone will say
You know there is a
corruption is
popular theory about
alien.
that also.
Oh,
Or
I
Joe
don't know.
Biden.
No, 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 not that. All the powerful people in the world are aliens. Actually, reptilians. There's a theory about that
Reptilians,
also. Yeah. So,
reptilians, and they like there are footages of celebrities and politicians about to turn into reptiles, but then they were caught in the cameras. So
yeah,
you can find many videos.
I don't think that's actually true, but I think alien
Come on,
culture is
yeah,
actually
that's the
might be
problem,
true.
you know.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You are taking stand of everything that you say, but you are not taking stand of like whatever we say. So
But
when I say it's available in YouTube, it's available in YouTube. You can go and check it out.
yeah,
If
it's
it's
everything.
available in YouTube, maybe there is like something involved like After Effects,
Yeah.
Photoshop.
Yeah, I was coming to that. I was coming to
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in the live TV, since I have worked in a live television stations, we see many glitches. So that could be a part of a glitch as well. So the live broadcasting, uh, so it's not 100% perfect every time. So there are glitches. If you see a football match today as well, so you will see the glitches. So sometimes you will see the Naruto running stripes coming in the YouTube's sorry in the real game as well. So that's a glitch. So the reptilians theory could be a glitch as well.
Yeah. Talking about glitches, do you believe in Matrix? That we are all living in a okay, that we are all living in a simulation. And yeah, this
It's not like I
conversation.
do like believe crazily, but like it's interesting to believe in such a way sometimes. Like if I have like problems, like like thinking just we are living in simulation doesn't matter in the long run.
Yeah,
I would
don't,
ask you, simulated by whom?
Aliens,
that is, yeah, that's the main
aliens, aliens,
question. Maybe,
aliens
maybe.
is an answer to everything.
No, no, no. I don't
I
think so. I don't
Come
think
on,
so.
man.
No, no, no.
It's like
Not about. Okay, okay, okay. We will.
Ruben is
See. I
Ruben.
will
Ruben
explain.
is like
Wait. Okay, give me a second. The way we are going through the metaverse right now,
now. Yeah, Mark is
because the
talking
meta,
about it.
yeah, because Zuckerberg has just introduced metaverse to us, and we are all going through the virtual reality scenario and everything. Don't you think if this metaverse keeps on going for like 100 years, we'll all be stuck in a pod, and our mind will be controlled by someone else? So are we? Maybe this is the baseline for a simulation as well.
Coming back to your first question, do you believe in simulations or not? I say if you consider that you are simulated by gods, I do believe in it. Very spiritual.
Gods.
Any external than gods? Why do you believe in gods and not in aliens? That's a very good question. But yeah, I think I believe in
Ruben, I
simulations
think there is a
because
contradicting factor because you just bashed Ruben for believing on Sangadar Sakwa who was
exactly.
an alchemist. Like he told me that,
Human.
yeah, he was. You
Yes.
were going on around. Why you? Why that? And you believe in gods. We don't have any proof of the existence, and all we believe is because of those the literatures that are being written and the things that have been taught on from generation to generation. So you can't believe one thing and you can't ignore another thing.
Very true, but I have not said that I totally disagree with the fact that he said. I just wanted to ask the question. Like,
No, you've asked
yeah, I
him
just wanted to ask the
for
question.
five
I
minutes.
just wanted to ask the question, but then the belief part of the in the God, I think it's it's the frequency, it's the process for me. It's the process bringing all the frequency in the tune, just by believing or just by remembering the God. I think my day would go smoothly, or my week would go smoothly. So that's the reason that I believe in it. I don't say they exist. I would not say they existed in the past as well. But then, because I feel good, I
So what if we feel good about feeling that there is a simulation out there? If we feel good that there is a simulation out there, do we think it's okay
it's a
for us to
free
believe on
world,
it?
man. It's a free world. You can believe whatever you like. It's a free.
Okay. Coming back to free word. Is free will or conspiration as well? is there actually
Free
called
will.
thing called a free will?
Right, right. Mm.
Nothing is free.
Not free. I think free is very, like it's like illusion, the whole the freedom thing.
Yeah.
Let's just say about like say US election, like like people elect the two candidates, but before that, the whole process of electing those two candidates, they are done by the very elite people. So basically, they control the whole election process, but people are made to think that they are like electing their main.
Hmm.
Free will
On
is
my
a myth.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead, Vicky.
All right. My main thing with free will is if we really have free will, why can't we travel all the countries that we want? Why do we need visas? Right? Why do we? Yeah, you can do a security check. It's
Yes,
allowed.
point.
But why can't we just travel somewhere where we want? Why do we need to go through all these processes and say I'm going to stay here in this place for this and this and that, and require like a work visa and everything? Why can't we just carry our bag, pay the amount, and just go?
Who knows better than that? Who will know about this better than Rubin?
Free will is not free.
So
Actually,
talking
yes.
about free will, I can we can go to our classrooms, and there are times, there are periods that teachers comes in and they said you can do whatever you like for this period. It's a free period, but then allowed to do whatever we like. Are you getting
Pass
my point?
SLC, they said.
After you, yeah, exactly.
After that, after passing the bachelor's,
Yeah, I think we are stuck in that institutional boundaries which we can't see at all. Like boundaries established by our societies, then banks, financial institutions,
Ourselves.
government, ourselves, then family. So
let's
yeah,
not
yes,
divert
yes,
into that.
yes, we are changing
Like
again.
Getting emotional.
talking about the
I
gods,
know Vicky is very getting emotional because he's jobless right now.
talking about
Thank
gods.
you.
Uh, you know, sometimes I think like there are many things in the world which we can't see, which we can't hear. Like we have five senses, but what maybe there are other senses too, and like there are creatures which needs to be perceived in that sense.
Are
Do
you
you
talking
get
about
me, guys?
vampires and werewolves? Hope not.
Not exactly vampires and werewolves. What I think is there are other entities in this world also. Like let's say there are dark matter. Dark matter. You guys heard about dark matter?
No.
So there is theory that when the universe was created, exactly like two. It was created by the two parts. One is dark matter and the other is the white matter. Let's say the matter that we can see. So like the exactly what we can see, there are also exactly same amount of matters that we cannot see also. So maybe there are other creatures in this world that we cannot see or hear or perceive by our sense. What do you think about that theory?
Will they be will they be able to see us?
Are you talking about
Maybe,
ghosts?
maybe not. Yes, kind of like ghost.
Yeah, then why don't you go just like okay, like ghosts?
Okay, ghost.
Yes,
Ghosts,
Another
different
concept.
different dimension. Yes, ghost also.
yeah, they are from different dimension
So
again.
that's why I asked you, can they see us? Because I assume ghost if the ghost exists, then ghost probably would see us because you know
Have you
without
seen
seeing us, how
ghost?
will they?
Now we are coming to the deep question.
Actually, I have.
Okay, now we
Wow,
are again.
Can I
let's
can
hear
I
the
share a
ghost
story?
story.
Okay, so like it was like many years ago. Once upon a time,
Once
like
upon a
it was
time.
like I was in like eighth grade. So we recently moved to the new house in Imadol. So like at that time, the Imadol was like there wasn't any like homes in the roadside. Like it was like different place. So like I was sent to the nearest bazaar, let's say, to like get some oil or something like that. So I went there. It was like 9 p.m. and I was coming back from that. And while coming back, there was the tree, the people tree. So it was very vast. So I was coming, and my gaze went up to the tree, and what I saw was the lady standing in the branch of the tree. So I saw nine fuck the lady was standing like in white clothes, and her hair were like up to here, like up to her chest, and she was staring straight at my eyes. So I was like freezed in that moment. I couldn't run also for the moment. So like I did my best to run and go to home. I couldn't sleep that night. And the next morning, while I went to school, like I also went at there, and the tree, I looked at the tree, and the ghost was still there. So actually the ghost was the banner, white banner. There was like white banner, someone like attached the white banner of like some colleges, like admission open, something like that. So like what I realize is that no, basically the whole the ghost, no, it is the fear within us. I think the whole ghost thing, and the also God thing also, the maybe the belief in us, it is God.
That's that's really good storytelling, by the way. Very very good. So I was about to ask
Thank
you
you.
if that was if that was ended in forget about the banner part. I would ask you about were you high on that time? If yes, what were you high on? So
The same, very alright. Okay.
that's that's really
It
good
was,
storytelling.
I was very good boy back then.
We know
Still,
who better than us will know about his good boy and bad boy characters in grade 8. So we stayed in hostel for a year, so yeah, we know whole intestine of everyone. So coming back to aliens, gods, ghosts,
ghost.
what else?
Shit,
Have you
let's
seen
go to
Ghost? Another.
No.
Can you share some experience about the ghost?
Ghost.
not
Have you,
particularly.
Vicky?
I don't have those experience with ghosts.
Tell the story of that your brother, no,
My brother,
your uncle. Sorry, your uncle, your old home.
I can't
The
remember
stories
that.
that you used, yeah, the stories that you used to tell us when we were in the school.
I don't think I can
So
go. I
basically, his
remember.
brother was kicked. His brother was kicked, or his brother was pushed in a old house. So that was way too long year ago. But yeah, ghost experience. I don't know if it's ghost or not, but then I have experienced some spiritual factors as well. So one night I was just sleeping and I experienced I would say someone coming and like touching me in my back or coming and sleeping with me. So I could feel that breathe, I could feel that warmth, everything.
Is it
And I
lady?
was not, I don't know. I was not into anything. So I am not. I was not high. I was sleeping. So what do you have to say about that? I am sure Vicky has something to say about that.
Yeah, I think we need to move on from ghost, God, and aliens and come back to humanly nature and humans.
Hmm. Let's
Okay,
go
let's.
about, what do you think about um, the witches and wizards?
I think we are again going back to things that are
No,
very.
okay, like
Yeah.
it's not about ghost and like gods, but there are some spiritual powers, existing. Like
Whenever,
people are still practicing those.
Yeah, yeah.
whenever this witch and wizard stuff comes in limelight, I remember this movie, Nepal Bhasha movie based on the true story, Nebari movie, Barasi. So it's all about based upon the voodoo practice. So I remember that movie, and whenever watch that movie, I get very scared. I think that's one reason the reason of being scared, number one, is it's very relatable, very relatable. Like when you watch Conjuring, you would not, because that's not in our country or in my city. But then when you watch Barasi, it's very relatable. Like it's the story of my neighbor. It could be a story of my neighbor. So I perceive in that way. So I get very scared. So yeah, talking about, I just shared an
But don't you
example.
think the witches are like the whole concept of witch and wizard? You know, like wizards are they are generally celebrated, like not celebrated, but the witches they are seen in a different perspective. Let's just say,
Piggy.
like kind of
See,
like misogynist
yeah, yeah, no, no,
way.
I totally understand it. I don't. I think it started from a very old Victorian era or something, somewhere like that, because it was like more of an English thing, where they would banish the little girls as witches and they just burn them and everything. I think it started because of that. Maybe I don't know how they thought about the thought or what was the thought process going on around that back there. But witches and wizards are, I'm not into those things that much. But basically, my knowledge about those things only comes from Harry Potter, and that's about it. I don't have too much
Hollywood
knowledge
version
about
of
them.
Hollywood version.
So
Yeah, something like
I
that.
could this I could twist this topic and make it social topic, but I would not do that right now. So let's move on from witches and wizards.
Let's go to moon landing because I think
Oh, moon
Let's
landing.
it's
launch
more
our rocket.
humanly, it's more humanly, and we can talk about the outer space as well.
So
Let's go to moon
conspiracy
now. Launch the
conspiracy
rocket.
theory, the first conspiracy theory that I heard in my life, and the first this incident explained me what is the conspiracy, what exactly means the conspiracy theory. So this, there was a war going on. War, I mean like Cold War, not literal war. The about who becomes the strongest in the world. So two strong, so-called strong countries, United States and Soviet Union. So on this process of claiming to be strong country, uh, they were testing rockets and they were attempting space journey. So on that process, like Soviet Union, they launched Sputnik. I said Sputnik. So Sputnik, they launched Sputnik, and it was very successful. It went to the universe, and Americans got very jealous, I would say. And so they claimed, they made the rocket and they claimed that rocket to land on the moon and get it back. So because of this, Neil Armstrong is claimed to be the first person on the moon, and after a few years, it was this whole theory or this whole stuff of America landing in the moon is fake. And there were interviews, there was a documentary claiming that this whole project was filmed and it was staged. So that's the first conspiracy theory that I heard. Your take?
But I believe that people has reached to the moon. Like I don't have any concrete facts, but like what I think is we have enough technology now and also back then to go to the moon. What do you think, Vicky?
Well, see, I also think we USA actually landed on the moon, but yeah, there is a contradicting theory as well. So I think they landed on 1969. Is that the date? Can you check it
Yeah.
on? 69, right? I think there was a film called 2001: Space Odyssey that released in 1968 by Stanley Kubrick. I think is that correct?
Swiss Odyssey.
Yeah, 2001: Space Odyssey released in 1968. So the general concept is that U.S. government actually hired Stanley Kubrick and designed the moon landing as like a basic, and took the film as a baseline. So yeah, that's the whole part of the theory. But I think we actually
Interesting.
did land there. because there are different proofs that has been found in many years, and we can actually see the flag, U.S. flag over there. So yeah, maybe we did. Who knows?
17 was the
One of the
date.
contradictory theories that like the whole the flag was like blowing in the wind and like
Yeah, this one
some
itself.
is it? Oh yes.
Yeah,
So like
this one.
without air, how can the flag be the way it is?
Mhm.
Battles,
They will.
even if you look at the 2001 or Space Odyssey, it's very, you can actually feel that it is outer space. It actually has that same vibe as the moonlighting itself. So maybe that's why they just contradict with each other. I don't know.
This
See?
one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hmm. I've not seen this
Hmm.
movie.
So is it the 1960 film? This wow.
It is 1968. Can you check that for me, Pivin?
Space Odyssey. What's the movie name? Like full name? Space
It is
Odyssey.
2001
Once
Space
so
Odyssey.
this
It is 2001 Space Odyssey. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 1968 sci-fi
yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting. So they this movie also claims shows the characters going on the moon.
No, yeah, it is about a space travel, not actually going on the moon. But the guy who created it, Stanley Kubrick, I think there is a theory that U.S. government actually hired him
Hmm.
to do the moon landing project. So yeah, and he's a great director, by the way.
So what's your claim?
My claim is I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But there was a Cold War going on at that time, so
yes
yeah,
So
there.
like
we landed on the moon on 1969.
Apollo
1969.
11.
Apollo
Mm.
Apollo 11, and this movie got released on 1968. So suspicious.
Maybe the whole project is some Hollywood movie. Moon landing. Is it Bibin?
In a doc, in a documentary, I watched about this conspiracy theory of moon landing. They claimed that the whole shoot was done in the Area 51. So that's another conspiracy theory.
There's so many things related to that topic. Actually.
So let's move from this moon universe alien stuff, and
Before
let's
that,
get back.
like also, have you heard that US before going to the moon, they tried to actually nuke the moon,
Mhm.
but they didn't.
Wow.
At the like last stage, they didn't carry the project. So
That's why Elon Musk is trying to nuke the Mars as well. They are obsessed with nukes.
So let's move on to something interesting,
let's go to
conspiracy
America.
related.
9/11
9/11, 9/11. Are we going to 9/11?
Guys, let's come to roots now.
roots. Let's go Singh Darbar.
Yeah, sometimes I
I,
feel like the
It's not
whole
Singh Darbar, Narayaniti. Okay.
the whole leaders of Nepal, we are living in a conspiracy. We don't know if they are intellectuals, or if we don't know if they forget about it. So let's move to Naraniti, the 2001 classic royal massacre conspiracy theory.
So about this topic, this topic always comes up when drinking with friends. Not always, but there will always some guy, like bringing this topic, and there will be heavy discussion among all. Like all have one perspective. They'll say that, they'll say that. So it's been like how many years? Like 20 years.
More than that. It was 2001, no, royal massacre. Royal massacre. Yeah, 2000.
exactly
2001.
sure. 2001.
Yeah.
2001.
Wow, 9/11 happened. No, 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 no.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man came out in 2001. Yeah.
The whole concept, so let me explain I think most of the audience know about this, but then the whole royal
Let's summarize the
family of
plot.
Nepal, the whole royal family of Nepal got killed, murdered in a single night, and I mean, like literally the whole family were killed. So, uh, so it is there is a claim that it was done by the then Prince Dipendra, but then it's not proven. The mystery is still existing. So every year we remember this incident, but then every year we get commitments from the political parties about solving this mystery. But I think it will not be. It will not be. It will not get solved because it will remain mysterious. So the conspiracy theory about this is uh, Dipendra swept away his whole family because they were not accepting his relation with Devyani, uh, the then girlfriend of Dipendra. And one night during the party in a billiard hall, he got high in cokes and whatnot, and he got killed. So the conspiracy theory about this is people talk about this whole stuff not being conducted by Dipendra, but then external foreign bodies. So one conspiracy theory that I heard was on that night when the incident took place, there were many people or few people who were masked in Dipendra's who got themselves masked in Dipendra's mask. So that's one conspiracy theory that I heard. What about you guys?
Mm, maybe the CIA agents.
Yeah, the raw CIAs and whatnot.
Mm.
Every aspect. Yeah, Vicky.
It's a very complicated topic to talk about. Thing. Actually, we might name names, so yeah, that's going to cause even more problematic theories. So, but yeah, I don't actually believe the fact actually came out that night when we got debriefed about the whole situation by I don't know who was the guy I can't remember, but there was a whole
Taranath Ranabhat.
yeah that I think that was a disgrace to our disgrace to our country. What happened that night when the explanation he was giving and the way he did it, it was just a disgraceful.
He
Like
was like pointing the rifle in the air, like he killed like this, patata, patata, like.
Yeah. So the whole incident he took it very lightly. He took the incident very lightly. But then we
Ah,
forgot
yes.
the fact that they were kings. They were the royal families, and I don't know if I am in a stand of saying this or not. But then Birendra, I don't know about others in that royal family, but then Birendra was highly uh, what you call highly appreciated by the people in Nepal, and to them it was a very big loss. Birendra was a very big loss, and the history speaks after that. So the Gyanendra came in, and you know how Gyanendra ruled and all. We don't want to go in that side, but then yeah, the whole incident that Taranath Ranabhat explained or debriefed about the incident was very light and unprofessional, I would say. Sorry.
yeah, it was unprofessional at the max because
Yeah,
the country was going through a big emotional process, and he
and
just explained is like a comedy act.
the
That was
whole
the
world was watching it.
watching exactly.
Whole world was watching.
Yeah, he was, the King Birendra was very respectful man. The family was respected by each and everyone. So I think he should have shown some kind of sympathy in his vocal tone actually, rather than going on berating over things like that.
So what do you think? Were they actually murdered by their son, or like the conspiracy theory says, any external or foreign factors?
There are many like facts supporting the external agent.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is odd is that there used to be like they are the most privileged family in the whole country. So like there 1,500 soldiers in the premise
Yes.
normally, but that night that Friday, so like soldiers were released, like not released actually, but like they were very loose and very in the party scene.
Mm-hmm.
So like uh, Also, the all factor is that they were like shot by the professionals. Like one man can't kill all those. I think. What about you, Big? What do you think about this whole scenario?
Talking about the professional shooters, I watched an interview of Dipendra's ATC uh, at that time, and what he said was Dipendra was very professional shooter.
Yes,
So
he was very
so
highly skilled
professional,
in the. Ah, yes.
so professional and so skilled that he could use his both hands to aim or to take a shot, and he used to hunt inside the Naranhiti Dawar's premises. So they were he used to hunt birds, he used to hunt monkeys, and with the both hands. So uh, you know, by professionals they could also be professional. And another one thing is, like you said, you pointed out the availability of the soldiers at that the armies at that moment, and I would definitely question that as well, because all they all were not killed in one place. So basically so basically king and Shruti, his daughter, princess, and were killed inside the billiard hall. But then Aishwarya, Queen Aishwarya, the Nirajan, Queen Aishwarya, Nirajan, and Dipendra's body was found outside billiard hall, which was like I would say 200 to 300 meters far from the billiard hall. So the chasing also was there. So the chase was also there. So I think it would take a long time to kill people, by chasing, by finishing
Only
all
one
of the
man.
people inside the billiard hall and uh, coming outside and killing. It would take a long period. So what were the armies doing at that time would be a question, Vicky.
Also, the whole building was demolished after the some
Yeah.
maybe not yours also like some months.
Yeah, and it was claimed that it haunted, haunted as in like it haunted whenever they saw, they got traumatized by the incident,
Mhm.
and so it was claimed to be demolished just because it was traumatizing.
It is crime scenes.
That is the reason I say it will not be, this mystery will not be solved anywhere soon.
That
So
is
there are,
disgrace. Don't you think,
yeah,
Vicky? So it's been like 20 years. There are not a single clue or connection about who might be the killer or who did this or who was the planner.
I think we will never know about these things.
there are some
Maybe,
cases that we will
yeah,
never know.
they will never be found. It will just go away with time, and maybe after a few hundred generations, it will all be forgotten. So I don't think we will ever get the answers.
Namita Sunita case, same. If you know about Namita Sunita case, you will know. But then if you don't know about Namita Smita case, you can Google it. Random Nepali have uploaded the video about it, and it's very interesting.
Yes, the whole series about this crime scenes.
But
Interesting one.
it's not only about one topic, right? There are so many topics that are going on that are ever present that we always ignore. But
I
yeah,
agree.
but let's not get into those things. But the main point is, I don't think we will ever get the answers we want. And even if we get the answers, I don't think we will totally believe those answers as well. So yeah, it's just a paradox right now.
Let's speak our mind. Another conspiracy theory is King Gyanendra, the then King Gyanendra, killed his whole family. So that's also another claim, you know, that was very viral in that after that massacre. So it could be. And another interesting fact. So Dipendra's girlfriend, the then girlfriend, I would say, Devyani. Interesting fact: Devyani is daughter of Pashupati Samsher, Rana, and Zabara. So, and currently Devyani is the communications director of Coca-Cola in South Asia. So interesting.
Mm, Turned out good for her.
Let's maybe she moved on.
We
No,
need to.
we need to move on. So we can't be stuck on the past. So let's get let's move on.
and she got married. So let's move on. This will not be solved.
No.
And like Rubin said when we started this topic, it's very good topic to drink and discuss.
Yeah.
It's a very good topic.
Yes.
It is. It is. It is. Okay.
And
Let's
when you drink, you get an extra kick to
yeah.
to make
Okay.
up your conspiracy theories.
And also
So
extra convincing nature. Also.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
highlight
Of course.
also.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Okay. Okay. Let's start our last topic for the today, and I think we all know that it's 9/11. What do you think? Was it a all right? So Vivian Morrison has gone out quiet on that topic. What do you think, Robin? Was that did U.S. government actually know what was going on?
Have you watched the Zygist? But the whole the Zygist is very like extremist. They have gone too extreme to like defame the whole U.S. government. But also like some points in the Zygist, like the whole the how the building collapsed. It like they say like they like point out some like laws from physics also, like the how the building collapsed. So like basically what they mean is like it was already planned by the US government to demolish the building, and like they put the whole the like bombs in the underground, so it was very secure place to put that. Vicky,
That's
what's your take
very.
on this?
I think that's just
Let's
a
not go too far.
that's a very extreme take.
Bold, bold.
That's a very bold take. What what I believe is, I think the government actually knew because the no high profile person was spotted on that day on that building. So that is one part of the agenda, and the other part is one of the planes actually landed on Pentagon at that day. You
Yes.
remember?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
there's a conspiracy theory that U.S. account department was actually missing a $1 trillion worth of amount. So the whole plan was to so when the Pentagon was hit, the plane actually hit the account section of the Pentagon. So for now, until now, we don't have actually a video footage of that of plane crashing at that area. So that was really like confusing to me. Well, how can Pentagon, place like Pentagon, doesn't have enough video cameras to actually capture that moment?
If we
Interesting.
were if we were doing this podcast in Nepali, I would say was गरेरै केटा हो लगला नि फेरि खैरीहरूले
CIA.
Can say that, but because
CIA wants to know your location.
yeah, yeah, I know, but the thing is, it's I'm not the first one, and it has been said like prior in many places as well. So yeah, yeah, that was the concern I had when you talk when you talk about a topic before this topic. That you guys might be sent also. Yeah,
who has a time,
So,
our
no,
politician would
yes.
not know about
nobody has
this
the time.
Wi-Fi and stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
nobody has the time.
So,
But
guys,
yeah,
if you had the like chance to go and visit the like scene, like the 9/11 or Darbar Hatikanda or any kind of scene in the past, just to watch, like in the live footage, which would we choose?
that's a very good question.
All above again. So I would definitely go for Royal Massacre because it's a big mystery. It's a big mystery of our times. One of the big mystery of our times. I would definitely want to watch the whole incident there. Like the whole day, I would watch what was going on the whole day in the Nanhiti museum, now museum, then palace. So I would say that. But then going back to moon sounds cool as well. So why not moon landing?
Would go to the Egyptian era. I would just watch how they did it, how they actually created those pyramids and sphinx and stuff. Oh my god. For you, what about you, Ruben?
I would go to ancient times,
Yeah.
maybe Mahabharata or Ramayana,
Oh,
like
oh.
uh, what like like is it the really the incident happened or is it only in the story?
You know what do I
I want
want
to
to?
know that.
What I want to find out when the arrows hit. Do they
Like,
actually
do they
make
actually
arms?
animate the way
Yeah, yeah.
this?
Does it really happen like that? That's
All right.
It would be
That's
interesting to
that
go there.
was really cool topics that we discussed, and we, as planned, we missed out so many topics like Illuminati,
insane.
Michael Jackson, and we would continue this in the future as well. The conspiracy theory part 2. You never know. So, any last take on this topic before we sign off for this episode?
Yeah, it was all done in fun, so please don't take anything more seriously than that. And if you have like these kind of theories, you may comment on us.
It's also theory. Also, we'll need a drink if you do this part two of this, like some whiskey.
Lots and lots of drinks.
It was a good episode. It was a knowledgeable episode, I would say. And like we three said, don't take us seriously. We also claimed this because we heard it from any other sources. Having said that, you can go and research and you can send us your feedbacks, your say on the topics that we discussed. So it was fun episode. Thank you very much, Vicky and Rubin, for your time. And this is episode number 10 of Beat Zone. Bipin Maharzan along with Vicky and Rubin signing off. And we'll see you in episode number 11. Now you can comment as well. How do you feel about the video since we are in YouTube? So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Still recovering from Corona, and we will see you in episode number 11. Thank you and bye bye.